Are you looking to apply to Freshfields, the Tier 1 Magic Circle law firm? This video is for you. We're going to explain exactly how to pass a motivational interview, what to do, and what we can discuss. About myself, I'm Hassan Akram, the founder of City Careers Coach. I'm an ex-investment banking, private equity, venture capital, and corporate law recruiter. I have clients at Tier 1 US law firms like White & Case, Ropes & Gray, and Sidley Austin. And today we're going to explain explicitly what you can do to excel. So first of all, let's have a look at Freshfields overall. So needing no introduction, Freshfields is a pre-established firm from the 1700s. It has a global platform with very simply, very modern execution. In terms of scale and footprint, it has approximately 30 offices across 17 countries with more than 2,000 lawyers. Of course, it is founded in London, but it's integrated across Europe, across the US, and across Asia Pacific, and of course, MENA. In terms of economics and growth, in financial year 2024, the firm actually surpassed 2 billion in revenue. 2 billion. This is driven, of course, by Europe's deal rebound and the continued growth in the US. It also rebranded, of course. It dropped Bruckhaus Deringer. Why? To sharpen a US competitive identity. The US legal services market is, as we know, absolutely substantial. In terms of US expansion, there are, of course, 500 US lawyers and a new Boston office, I believe, in February 2025. And that's, of course, alongside the New York, DC, and SF office too, San Francisco. There's more of a clear focus on private capital, so private equity, VC, and the like, and life sciences. From a training and an early careers perspective, Freshfields is unique for an 8C 2-year program. Very unique model with 3-month rotations. Very unique model, similar to Jones & Day, and it has a clear aim to second most trainees in their final 6 months. A dedicated London-Asia route also exists too. Year 1 in London and Year 2 in Hong Kong. Now, what does Freshfields look for? It's a top Magic Circle firm. 1, determination. 2, a clear interest in business. They, of course, business, legal, and strategic advisors. And 3, amongst many things, resilience. They say this also in their early careers page. Now, what are the routes in? Vacation schemes are a clear way in, one that I recommend. A clear way in to get in and excel and prosper onto their trainee associate program. Their process includes, well, formally an online application, but it has now changed to a more innovative approach, and it includes an assessment center. 2, innovation and impact. It publicly states that it looks to integrate AI and data analytics into delivery. In 2025, it announced an AI collaboration with the premier tech company Google Cloud to, of course, roll out Gemini and build legal grade tools. It clearly invests in tech and infrastructure. Now, in the financial year 23 to 24, there were 85,000 pro bono hours and 11,500 plus community hours. Now, your interview move after all this detail is to give a clear and concise reason for why Freshfields, or multiple reasons. My advice is have the BDC framework. My interest began, developed, and was confirmed. That is a framework I suggest, and that is what we can do. Now, let's have a look at some reasons we can give. These are not exhaustive, but I want to give as much value as possible to help. Clarity is the most important thing. We do not need 10 different reasons. Again, we just need 3. Now, within this framework, we should look to use, where possible, the PLX framework, which is point, evidence, analysis, link, then X, where every sentence, where possible, must carry a Freshfields specific fact. That is how we hopefully can be successful. PLX. So 1 point, very simply, could be the unique 8-seat training contract. That is a key reason. We literally could mention point, I'm interested in Freshfields for its unique 8-seat trainee associate program with its unique 3-month rotations. A very valid reason. The evidence here could be the firm aims to second trainees in the final 6 months to gain broader exposure, whether that's a client secondment or an international secondment. That could be a key reason, some evidence. Then analysis, remember we're breaking it all down. This 8C training contract model allows me to understand and get a more diverse understanding of the areas of law that are out there and allow me to have a more better view of where to go when to practice. And again, the link at the end, this focus, this more broader approach will allow me to understand and make a decision and allow me to really excel as a more better, well-rounded commercial lawyer upon qualification. So that's one avenue. Two, we could mention its top-tier competition bench. Of course, that's absolutely key. So the point here could be I'm actually targeting Freshfields because of its Band 1 ranked London competition practice. Could be a key reason. The evidence here could be, for instance, the firm actually advised C.K. Hutchinson on, of course, a Voda 3 UK merger. And of course, it helped achieve the CMA clearance with behavioral commitments, of course, after phase 2. Strong deal analysis. The analysis here specifically could be trading on actually matters that set regulatory precedents and frankly hardwires judgment on timeline, price and risk really appeals to me. Then link the prospect of working on such deals with, of course, very developed regulators suggests a career where I truly will learn, grow and excel. So it really is about developing that clear niche, that clear focus, and inserting the relevant Freshfields facts where possible. 3, we could mention again the large cap M&A. So here we could say, I'm very interested in Freshfields as the potential of a seat with a department with more than 800 million across cross-border M&A. We're used to such deals. Freshfields is Band 1 ranked in that bracket. The evidence there could be Chambers cites complex international transactions. The prospect of working on such deals may be deeply fascinating with like the KKR and Apollo. Then the analysis, the pace of working on multiple transactions with innovative structures really appeals to me. Again, analysis, that focus part is key. Then link working on such deals in the M&A department with private equity clients or financial sponsors really appeals to me. I'll be able to understand how top PE firms look to realize their investment thesis. Many ways to be successful and broadly frameworking this all out for us. 4th, the US growth story. I think that's quite a key point too. We could say Freshfields' US push is deeply attractive. For instance, adding the Boston office alongside the New York, DC, and SF office really is appealing. Looking to join a firm which is looking to target the US market is really appealing. The evidence, we could mention the firm actually broke more than 2 billion in revenue. Why? Because the focus into the US and the growth there increasing year on year. Then from an analysis position, we could say this demonstrates that the firm is very ambitious and wants to excel across the world and no longer wants to focus on just certain jurisdictions. It wants to have global focus. Link the prospect of a career in a firm which is focusing a lot on the US suggests I have greater exposure and work with clients globally and will make me more better and well-informed commercial, legal, and business advisor. So I think there are many ways we could tackle this, but we just need to have an approach which clearly backs up the point. If it's here, the US, and their growth focus, they're focusing on one of the biggest legal service markets, and that's absolutely key. 4thly, or 5thly rather, it could be their use of AI and technology. To the point, Freshfields states that it integrates AI and data and analytics across as many legal processes as it can. So evidence, it actually announced in 2025 an AI collaboration with Google Cloud. This was to roll out Gemini, of course, and co-develop tools, of course, for the firm. Analysis here, this suggests the firm is pioneering and precedent-setting and is looking to give as much high-quality service delivery, which adds value to the client, making legal service delivery better and more effective. Link the prospect of working for a firm that looks to make legal service delivery better, enables more efficient working, deeply appeals to me as a future-centric lawyer who sees how legal innovation is key to give world-class legal delivery. 6, now we could look at responsible businesses at scale. So proof, not just slogans. So point 1, it could be I really value a platform with really clear, measurable community output. I think that is absolutely key. The evidence here could be, for instance, in financial year 23 to 24, more than 85,000 pro bono hours were billed. That clearly shows an organization which really wants to make the world a better place. Analysis, that culture could just clearly demonstrate it wants lawyers to not only be client-centered, but also people-centered, and frankly, help society at large. Frankly, law firms don't have to do pro bono, but they are tangibly wanting to do pro bono to assist. Then link at the end, are really interested in an organization which frankly, one, wants to give world-class legal service delivery and focus to corporate clients, but wants to enable and make the world better. 7th, of course, there's a unique London-Asia route. Now, there's a structured international seat here. So what we could say as a point, the London Asia Trainee Associate Program. This sets is in year 1 in London, and 2, year 2 is in Hong Kong for, of course, eligible candidates. Evidence could be Freshfields formalizes this path with clear published dates and a clear selection process. Very clear, very focused. Analysis, the possibility of a training contract program, both with 1 year in London and, of course, elsewhere, suggests a unique experience with tier 1 professionals across the globe. And if you have those language skills, somewhere where you can use those language skills too. Link, the prospect of a training contract at Freshfields with this unique focus and unique ability to work on Asian-linked mandates truly appeals to me. Then 8, lastly, a truly global coverage that shows up in day-to-day work. The firm is a global law firm with offices in many areas and offices, of course, many areas, and of course, more than 2,800 lawyers. Now, evidence with, now as mentioned before, locations in Boston, Raleigh, and many others, it truly aims to be a global advisor which can handle clients from across the world. It understands their local business cultures, business practices, and their ability to help. That is a key thing that the firm wants to be as a global advisor. Now, link the prospect of this, the prospect of being with a global advisor that wants to help PE clients, VC clients, and clients in the FMCG sector and the like suggests I will really truly excel because I'll work with clients in Vietnam, Tokyo, and the like. Now, putting this all together, I've gone through many different factors we could discuss, many different structures. Now, putting it together in a live interview, I wouldn't recommend use 8 reasons. I would recommend you pick 3. Pick 2 or 3 that match your own goals. Use the BDC framework. My interest began with, say, the firm's global focus. It developed upon seeing its training contract program, and it was confirmed by the quality of partners that I could learn from. Be clear, be focused. There's so much we could talk about with Freshfields. The unique 8-seat training contract program is one of them. It just depends the structure and the approach we take. The most important thing is clarity and focus in our answers. If it's B, D, C, 1, 2, 3, this is what makes you stand out. Specificity and clarity. I'm confident if you take a clear and structured approach to an interview at Freshfields, we should be in a good space. Now, 2 tangible to-dos. 2 tangible to-dos we can do to excel. Firstly, draft 2 very clear frameworks for why Freshfields. So 2 P1X paragraphs. It could be in anything. It could be for Freshfields' use of technology, use of AI, their global focus, but draft 2 paragraphs with point, evidence, analysis, link, and X. Remember, X suggests an evidence point in each sentence. So I think we should do that. That will allow us to crystallize and understand how to write effectively, but also convert that into an interview. Being specific, being researched, that will enable us to do well, frankly. And action point 2, what we can do is build, secondly, our own 1-page document on Freshfields, just to give us an oversight of what Freshfields looks for. This will really help us understand and break our reasoning and research down. We can have 10 top tips, 10 top facts of Freshfields. It could be the number of officers they have. It could be the name of senior partners. It could be the name, frankly, of the best deals or the biggest deals they've done in the past 2 years. Make this one-page Freshfields overview. So when we're looking to interview at Freshfields, we have a very broad and solid understanding of what the firm is looking for, and we can translate that, of course, at interview stage. So if this video helped, you'll get much more content on getting into top careers and training contracts like Freshfields in my school community. We go in much more detail on PLX, PL3, BDC, Star 3, and all the other frameworks in this community. It is completely free. The link is in the description, and at current stage, there are more than 2,000 students globally in that. Overall, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and please join the free school community and look forward to helping you excel in your training contract journey.